On this journey, we have had an immense amount of struggle with water. And finally, our water problems have been sorted out. It is now the first week where we've had zero water issues. And after a week arriving this morning, and the water is just busy flowing on one of the most beautiful, peaceful, calming mornings with the sun rising, the clouds rolling in. It's been an absolutely beautiful experience. So today, as I take in what is a very quickly changing sky, because there is a thunderstorm that is rolling in, which is super exciting because I absolutely love thunderstorms, and even more so, storms that roll through in the Klein Karoo. If you've never been here before, you will not really know what I mean. And if you have experienced the Klein Karoo thunderstorms rolling in, you'll know how it is just something that is absolutely magnificent. Today what we're doing is dealing with quite a few questions, well, one question that quite a few of you have had. And I'm back in the fruit orchard, and this morning the water was running beautifully. As you can see, the basins are nice and dark. They're getting filled up. The trees are so happy now that they're getting water every third day. So if we look at this apple tree, it is a beautiful orange tree. These blossoms are huge. But if you look up at the top here, it almost died. And this fragrance is just, it must be one of my favorite fragrances. But this is an incredibly happy tree. If we look down at the stem here, you can see all the new growth. And now this tree is ready just because of the little bit of extra water that it's busy getting. So, part of now that I have the water sorted is making sure that I can protect the soil. Protecting the soil meaning removing the exposure from the ground, because you can see this is just bare clay, and bare clay turns into concrete when it's dry and dehydrated. So I need to, because the trees are getting deeply watered in frequently, I need to make sure that they can have enough moisture in the soil for long enough. And that's what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to be using mainly a green cover crop, green manure, living mulch. There's so many ways that whatever you can call this. But basically, if we have a look at that ring behind me, that ring I am going to plant full of cover crops. And what I have with me to pop in there is vetch, white clover, red clover, alfalfa, barley, and black oats. So it's going to provide a varying height, which I actually, strangely enough, I have that over here. So you can actually see what it's looking like, and you can see how beautifully the vetch is busy sprawling over there. So there's oats, there's vetch busy running over there, and then I have clover already in the edges over here. And then on the outsides, I've got the black oats. So it's already working. I've just tested it with a couple of these, and it's doing really well. Brought one more tree with me because I lost an almond because of the infrequent watering. And something else I want to quickly show you, and then I'm done talking, is, if you've been here for a while, you know how I struggle with baboons. And I do have a baboon plan, and I'll share it with you. But now I know for sure that the baboons are here causing problems, and I'll show you now why. You see that? That's one baboon print. It's another one. You can see the claws. And then we go over here. Look at those. And there we go. Another one. So you can see these baboons are in here, and what they've done is, here's a branch that you can see snapped off of this fig tree. But they seem to have left the top, so hopefully this fig tree can now grow. But they have decimated so many of my trees. But also something strange is happening. With all the moisture now, they're staying away. This is the tree that they absolutely decimated. This is a fig tree. But I'm not too worried because fig trees are insanely resilient. It's strange because ever since I've been watering consistently now, I've not had any issues. Because if you have a look here, everything was chewed off here as well. And I've had locust and other issues, but all this new growth has not been touched. Look at all of this. All new growth has not been touched, which is a strange thing. Now, I don't know if this is the tree building up immunity. Here you can see the baboons. This was a beautiful big cherry tree. Snapped that branch right off. I don't know if they eat the cambium or the sap. But yeah, figure that out. But just look at all this luscious new growth in this cherry tree. So I think it's a combination of, there's a lot of moisture in the ground, which means the cover crop is growing properly. There's nutrients in there, so the bugs are rather going for the cover crop. It's like a trap crop. Or if the trees are building up more of an immunity and they're more resilient so they can withstand. I don't know, but it's strange, but I'm happy about it. So I'm going to be creating a little combination mixture of those seeds that I've just spoken to you about. And then I have about 4 bags of goat manure. It's dried, it's hard, so I'm then going to cover as much as I can. I'm probably not going to be able to get through the entire fruit orchard, but each time I come back I'm going to get more, and that's going to be a little bit of a, I suppose, a dry mulch that I'm going to put on top. I'm just going to keep layering it, so then as I add more and more manure, which will naturally break down, then that's going to add nutrients into the soil, introduce microorganisms. As I chop and drop the cover crops, they're going to go on top, they'll start breaking down, they'll start covering the soil, and hopefully over time I can create this continuously working system that just keeps giving and giving and giving without needing to constantly bring in fertilizers. So step 1 today is I need to just switch the irrigation back on, and I need to go one by one, just check all the sprinklers, because some of them weren't turning completely, they were spraying, which means it's probably got a little bit of stuff stuck on the inside. I clean that out, make sure they're all spinning, just kind of an admin job that always needs to happen. Then I'm going to rake up the beds. I'm going to throw down some seeds, throw it with the cover crop, and then by that time, I'm sure the thunderstorm would have rolled in. So sit back, enjoy. If you have any questions about anything I'm doing, please drop them in the comments below. I'll always get back to you. And remember, if you have not yet looked at the app that I've created and launched, please do so. I'll pop a link in the description. Everything that I'm doing here today, I'm going to be logging in the app. So cover cropping all of my trees, the date, with a goat manure fertilizer on top, popping it in the app. So it's 4 years down the line, I can come back and see when I started this work on these trees, knowing I can go back on my data and see what worked when. So if you haven't checked out the app, please do so. There's a link in the description and the pinned comment. Yeah, any questions about that, also please just let me know. But now, enough talking, let's get seeding. that's it for today. It became incredibly humid and very hot very quickly. And clouds are definitely busy brewing. They've cleared up from this morning's clouds. As I pan around, you can see they're definitely busy getting ready to afternoon thunderstorm, but I'm going to get home to afternoon sleep. Because I've only had 3 hours sleep because I was up watching the Springboks last night. What a game for those of you that watch rugby. So yeah, I was up until 12:30 and there was a cycling race here in the town near us and they closed the roads at 6 o'clock. So I had to be up at 4 a.m. So yeah, finished watching the rugby at 12:30, up at 4. So I am calling it an early day today. The water is busy running. I am going to give these trees a quick little soaking now that the seeds are fully mixed into the base of all of the basins. I managed to get all of the seeds that I wanted to. I just did 3 rows, so I've got 5 rows. Managed to do 3. I didn't have enough seed. That was the main reason. Secondary, I'm also quite knackered. So next time we come around, I'm going to finish the remaining 2. I'm going to get a little bit of extra seed. I'm going to finish the remaining 2 and then also get the manure down. I didn't get around to doing that. I've learned through my own pain and suffering to not push myself too far. So please don't do that to yourself either. You always think you can do more and then it just hits you hard and then you just get absolutely annihilated. So do what you can. Don't feel bad about not finishing your tasks. And yes, I'm really chuffed that we're at this point and everything is working. What I'm going to do timing wise is these trees are 0.8 liters per minute on microjet. And I was running them for 20 minutes for every 3rd day. But now what I'm going to do, because I have the seeds down and they're going to need a little bit more moisture, I'm going to run it twice a day for 10 minutes. That's going to be quick. It's going to be easy. It's not going to be too much water, but I'm going to do 6 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the evening, so that the seeds are going to probably like semi-dry out during the day. They can get a good soaking overnight, get wet again in the morning, see them through. So that's what's going to happen. And the big trees, all of those that I planted in the last couple of videos, they're all doing so well. I'm going to move those up to every 4th day. And then, because that is 8 liters per hour. So I'm running those for 3 hours. Very slow drip, deep watering. So I'm actually not going to make it 4, I'm going to make it 5 days. So once every 5 days. And that'll be more than enough for those big trees. So as the holes start to get darkened up with the water that's spraying, I want to thank you for watching this video. Thank you for coming along on this journey. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. Many ways you can support this journey, but please go check out the app. And if you have a homestead or find any use in it, please consider subscribing to the app. It'll make a huge difference to your homestead as it has with mine. Thank you for watching. Until next time, happy homesteading.